Western Spring Television, ours it is.
You can't say that. Evelyn, Ochole, Menene, Oyole. You can't say that.
Oh my God.
I'm going to marry you last. No, I'll marry you last.
Even in the dream.
All right, good evening to now. We're sitting down here this morning with us for Western Spring Television, channel 190 Star Times. In case you joined this show for the first time, the name of this show now Jokes Aside, and I work here and to make sure say, as the matter be, no matter how serious the matter be, we just sit down here to make sure say we discuss as soft as possible. Not be only me there on top this show. You don't see the guys where we got there on top this show today. I know say shock them, say that they hear me speak like this for this show. Now the first time where we say I go start this show
Baba, you know
for this kind of mood. So make we do one like this for today. I don't miss speaking like this over a long period
So much
of time.
go ask.
Today.
Go in village.
Today.
He go in village.
All right, John Michael, how are you today?
Why did you start from me now?
I don't taste more.
I was trying to drag some violence with these ladies, you know. I told them I'm going to marry both of them last. And that's going to be.
That's polygamy.
I don't care. I'm going to marry both of them.
Wear both
and when I do that, if they don't want to agree with me,
you wear both. You don't say it look like okay, no.
now you sabi, if they don't want to agree, I'll go to Ibokun. I'll get something for them. By the time they born two,
their body
will clear. At that time, they won't be able to say anything.
So
just agree.
You think say if you handle two of them, can you handle Cassie and Evelyn?
I'm an African man, correct one. I will handle them. There's something we can't do. Africa, we know they feel. Niger spirit. Power to I gave my head. All right, Jamaica, Mr. 223, saying welcome on the show today. Today.
No, not yesterday.
All right, King Give, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm good. I'm alive. But permission to switch chairs.
We can switch chairs.
This guy is giving me issues.
I can't deal with that.
This guy.
I can't deal with that.
Giving me issues.
I will not sit here and watch you.
If this guy becomes an
ridicule,
I'm an honorable.
Why?
You know what?
Why will you want to change your position?
King
Give. Why will you change your position?
Jamaican is giving me issues.
How?
What's this?
What have I done?
He doesn't know how to talk in a low tone. Let's start.
Is it bad to love people? I love you guys.
Leave me.
As a look good guy. No, as a look good guy, I love you guys.
I don't want to love you.
I love you. I wanna love you and treat you right.
I'm too much. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm all right, except for the, problem sitting next to me right here.
All right. Nice. It's a positive problem.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeah, no problem is positive.
God bless you.
Chocolate Cassie.
Like they don't want.
How you did today now?
I do all right. I turned up for you.
Okay, now pidgin with this. No, I don't switch. I just use that one to remember some kind of things.
But you don't
because you don't
pidgin again.
You don't see where you understand. It's been a while. You get so I had to just.
Been a while television station. Yeah.
You know now.
Yeah.
So how are you today?
I'm great. I'm fabulous.
I love your color combination.
Thank
and all
you.
Of that.
Thank
but
you.
Jamaica is not giving you a problem, I guess.
He is. He's like a pest. Honestly, he is.
Even better.
Jamaica.
He's a pain in my.
I'm talking about Jamaica.
He's a pain in my behind, for real. Like this
pain in your
Jamaica.
If you like that one, if it's that one,
Pain in your behind.
Jamaica does not.
I just gave him
I'm
food.
a pain in your behind. I love that.
He doesn't
I love
mind.
that. Yes, tell Alibaba that I said I love that. I'm a pain in your
my
behind.
goodness.
Yes.
Jamaica
Did you
This
say
is the
Alibaba or
problem.
Alibaba?
Alibaba.
I don't know how Jamaica has like normal conversations with his baby because the way he's talking, I feel like he's arguing with me. So I would want to raise my own voice so I can be heard.
You
So
say swallow
the
speaker,
way he's
right?
talking, raising his voice.
I'm not raising my voice. My voice is just loud. I have this loud, sexy voice. Loud voice, sexy voice. You know?
You are
Hello,
wicked.
baby.
How can you say it's swallow speaker?
Wait it now. Jamaica got it.
Now, see,
Okay,
you really don't know.
hello, baby. I'm still romantic. It's just
A
loud.
bit. Bring it down a bit.
That is
Hello,
very romantic.
baby.
Can you talk in that manner,
There's
please?
nothing
Meow, meow.
I mean, let's go. This guy is
Let's just start.
All right, my name is MC Too Much, and today we have a topic that we'll talk about during the course of this show. Why tears come out from my eye? Jamaica.
Tears
What
of
are you
joy.
doing?
Tears of joy.
What are you
tears of joy.
doing? It's wrong of me crying when laughing. You know, it's been a long time I did this. So you can watch past episode of this show on social media handles, Western Spring Television, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. Not to go. Not to go.
But you know, so you don't tell us how you say you did.
No, I'm good.
How you been?
I'm cool.
You're alive.
Even though you
I'm
were away for a
alive.
while.
I'm alive.
And we missed you.
Yeah, I wanted to miss you guys.
you couldn't.
You're deceiving yourself.
No,
You missed
true,
us.
true. I wanted to miss you guys, but my spirit said no now. What was our agreement? Because I usually have meeting with my spirit. What should we do? And we agreed that we are not going to miss anybody.
That's all.
Besides, you're not a missus. Yeah, I missed her. So
Let's go on this short break. When we come back, it's jokes aside. I will not talk about your hair.
leave them, let them continue to
Look
attack
at
me.
King Eve now. You know, nice color. You having a nice color.
You've not said what's on his own name.
on the color.
Na cap now.
Okay, no.
I think
Jokes
you like
aside
it. You
is the
like it.
show, and if you miss past episodes, please you can always check us out on our social media platform. This show comes up every Tuesday 8 p.m. Every Tuesday 8 p.m. and you get fresh episode of this show. Today we'll be talking about honeymoon, if it is compulsory or not. For those of you that are wondering the topic, the way we are going to talk about it today, the question is honeymoon compulsory after wedding? Is it compulsory? Because we've seen people that after their wedding, life goes on. Some even resume work the next day. And we have some people travel out, you know, as far as Paris, you know, Dubai, just to enjoy themselves. In case you're wondering the meaning of honeymoon, it's a vacation that newlywed embark on, you know, just to enjoy themselves, have fun. Now, I want to know if it is compulsory, considering our economy these days, how Nigeria is, how interesting the country is, how soft, how money plenty for everywhere. And after your wedding, you have to embark on a trip just to enjoy yourselves. King Eve, I'm starting with you today.
Why me?
Coconut 1, 2.
No, really, why me?
Honeymoon.
1, 2.
Yeah.
What is your perception? Should I use that language now, or what is how do you picture your honeymoon?
Why are you personalizing it like?
I'm sorry, I have to.
But then we all know that honeymoon is not. It started with the Western folks, you know, and it's where it's first.
How you picture your own?
It
I want to
penetrated
know.
into our country, and you know, people we embraced it like all other Western cultures that we have embraced. And okay, since going to your question, let me not parabolate on.
Because I want to know how people they look their honeymoon.
Well, basically, I've always had.
Nakasi
still
will
have,
keep me
Sha.
today. Okay.
I've always, I have this, you know, concept of what my honeymoon would look like, and I really do not want to divulge such information here. Yes, because it's personal. But
because
then,
the guy
secret.
people know making
Between us,
but just give
but
us
then
small.
I've always pictured it to be a trip or a vacation that will be sweet, and to go to places, travel to places that I've never been before. You know, I've always wanted somewhere
Like
in
Okija Shrine.
Africa. Don't interrupt.
sorry.
Carry something to say, maybe they used to you.
So I've always wanted somewhere in Africa. You know,
Okay.
yes, another African country. You know, visit sites, visit places, learn more about cultures, and that's just it.
It's going to be a year thing, like, you know, traveling to lots of African countries, you know.
It's not a
learning
year thing. You
cultures.
can go on vacation for 2 weeks, for a week, and
Okay, and you will learn all their languages and culture.
Okay.
I didn't say languages. Is it that?
Let's continue. Too much. Let's continue.
Please make you remove this cap.
Just-
The problem, see, too much. I'm telling you, the problem with Jamaica
We
is
started this show with Jam Michael. I don't want to end this show
no,
like this.
he
Jam
needs to
Michael,
remove
please.
this
I'm
cap.
just saying the truth, and you know, truth is
Okay,
bitter.
let me go straight
Okay.
to you, Jam Michael.
Okay.
What is honeymoon to you?
Well, to me, I believe honeymoon is, like she said the other time, is a Western culture. I'm an African man. I do not really see anything special in honeymoon. Like, what we want to do, we never do before. While we were courting, we've gone out before, we've been having fun, we've been enjoying ourselves before. So
to you,
me,
what
it's not
is
compulsory.
what is honeymoon?
I believe it's a night after the wedding, and you guys.
A
are in
night
the room.
after the wedding.
Yes, after the wedding, the night.
That's
you
what
guys are
honeymoon is.
together.
Just a night period
And
after.
maybe it depends on what you do. If you don't have a
nights.
time, the kind of job you do, and the kind of country we have now, the country is running, and you have to run after it. No time to check time, no time to waste on frivolities and stuff like that.
So the
I
honeymoon is
believe
what,
honeymoon
Jam
is just
Michael?
with like maybe 2 or 3 days when they give you for work. You guys are at home, you do correct knacking, you are with your wife, you knack very well. Because some people say it's for you to sit down and talk. We've been talking even before we got married. We've been going out to, so I believe
So
it's
for you now, knacking like
knack very well.
knack popo
We
way.
enjoy ourselves together. We don't just go out. We don't want any and at times
you
now,
not go just go out. That
Yes.
period, just you and
we
your
day out
wife.
together.
No
And you know,
visitors.
it's like you when you've been stealing somebody's daughter's property.
You don't
But
a thief
after
and since.
you've been thieving, after that wedding day, you now collected the receipt. Like they gave you, okay, this is
You
the
don't
license.
pay.
You have the license.
You paid in full.
You now that night that you do especially like I'm no more stealing now. It's my property.
Wow.
With that idea.
Wow.
Then, so if anybody wants to come around to come and say hello to you guys within those 3 or 4 days, they can just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe
May they
out.
no
But
take.
not, may they not take because
That's
to knack very
all
well.
right. Good one. Chocolate cassie.
I know you are feeling like you want to like.
I love your own concept of
Thank you very much. Love
honeymoon.
it.
That's
And also how's too.
African honeymoon
Thank you very much.
concept.
Very unromantic concept.
Oh well.
No, he talked about enough.
Like that's all.
And it's
people
not romantic.
doing.
Like that period you be alone, you enjoy the moment together.
Yes.
Eat, wipe, sleep, chill.
You watch movies.
He said it's not as if you guys have not been talking before you get married, but knowing him, it's not as if you've not been knocking before you got married.
Exactly.
So like,
It's one
No,
of the
will you
years.
say has been
She
knocking?
may even be
course,
pregnant.
yes.
Now he said he's been stealing the man's property.
Okay, okay,
So-
wait. He talked about special knacking.
You know, I said
That
something
then
previously.
you were stealing it. You know, something where it is teeth chop. You know, be like when it can't be your own.
Yes, it's not
it's
your own.
That's not the essence of
And
honeymoon.
it's even possible that she's even pregnant at that time. You know, I said something in previous edition that I love my wife to be pregnant. So, like my mommy now on after our wedding, the wedding day she was already like this. So there was no honeymoon. It's an only son. They just I even went for another party that wedding night, and he came back the next.
So this is my Leona picture. Now it define how it be.
Yes.
You saw it in their picture.
I saw it in the picture, and my daddy told me about it. My mom told me about it as well. That even that day, my daddy even went for another wedding party.
All right. Chocolate Cassie, honeymoon.
To me.
Yeah, to you.
First of all, I'm sure we already know the fact that I'm a very romantic person. I'm a
I
hopeless.
can't say.
she's from
I've
You
said
are-
this. I've
for
said this
me,
so many
not
times.
that you are romantic, but you are weird for me.
I love romance.
yes, he's
and
weird.
African men can relate. Both of you can relate, obviously.
I'm not saying you are not romantic, but
I love
waiting you like
romance.
sometimes if I think I'll be like, which kind of human being? Cassie
Like, do you want to kill somebody?
That's because you guys can relate, but that's understandable.
Okay.
I love romance, and I love
Now,
a
when you go
man
marry
that
last
is.
night.
I've seen African men that so romantic. They blew my mind away.
Yes.
It's unfortunate you can't.
In
relate, but
movies.
that's fine.
In movies.
In real life,
Yeah,
that I've
in
dated.
movies.
Cassie, please continue.
Now, I love a man that is very romantic. Like for
Okay.
real, I can't date someone that is not romantic. We can't last. So I love romance. So honeymoon to me,
You cannot last.
We can't last. So it's
Like how many
that's how you show
okay.
Okay, you got it.
how you literally show me that I'm important to you is by doing all these romantic things like gestures, romantic things that I'd like, flowers, letters, words of affirmation, all of that.
Wait, you see they like letter.
I still receive
Like, you
yes,
write letters,
I still
love
receive
letters
flowers.
to
I
you.
still receive teddy bear. The flowers are not like the letters are no longer written because of modern times. But
Okay.
like, over the phone.
then flowers.
Yes, I still do.
Rose
I still
flower.
receive it. I love it. So anybody in my life knows that this is what I like. So this is what
But
they
some
have to
people they
do
look and say that
to
you
make me happy.
okay.
Exactly. So
Flower make you happy.
honeymoon to me has to be the peak of romance. Like we are literally traveling countries, we are sightseeing, we are seeing nice romantic places. There's Maldives, there's Santorini, there's Bali, there's the Northern Lights in Iceland. That's like one place I like to visit in this.
Movies. You don't watch movie tired. When you watch all those Korean movies and all this stuff. that's
Very,
it.
like these are places that I'm always saying are like so good, and I don't even want to like go on my own or go with a friend. I want to go with the love of my life. So like I'm just going to chill, and I feel like that would be the perfect honeymoon location. Going to different places, different
Like how many
countries.
like how many weeks or days?
It could be like a week, 2 weeks. See, the whole idea of collecting three days leave after getting married, it does, I don't know. It's not.
What about
really
if it's
making
gonna
sense
last
to
for like
me.
a month?
Oh,
A
God,
month-
please. Now, 3
a
days
month-
we go give her 3 days
A
leave.
month is actually superb. It is perfect. But if it's not feasible, then 2 weeks should suffice. 2 weeks should be good enough. And you don't have to like travel the whole world. You can just pick like a handful of countries, go do sightseeing, discover new places, create wonderful
Because we
memories
marry.
with your husband. Because the moment the kids start coming in, it will not be so easy for you again to go about doing this thing. So like you're together, you're still doing the talking, you're still doing the knacking, but at the same time you're doing it in
But
romantic
you are
places.
doing the knacking in other
You're
countries.
not doing exactly.
You are doing knacking in other international knacking.
You're not doing it in your
Jamaican, now
bedroom.
waiting you miss be that one.
Oh, you're-
Forget.
She is talking about
Whether I do
Not
knacking,
be
whether
the-
you do knacking for your village, whether you do it for another person village, knacking is knacking anyway.
No.
Now the style when I go still do now on top
do
bed I
you
go do
know
am. And I feel do inside bedroom kitchen
what
anywhere.
she's saying? I the picture am.
Eh.
I the picture.
So if you knock for room, if you knock for room, you
when
go for romance.
you now you go knock for your house one I don't know before. You understand?
Not just one knock,
or
knocking.
the hotel one I don't know before. But this one, una collect visa. You don't that kind of knocking where cross river.
Across the
Where
bridge.
cross
Across the bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's the thing. So like that's the perfect honeymoon for me, and I feel like that's something that I want. It's something that I know I'm going to get. So to me, honeymoon is something
You're
that
going
should
to get
happen.
it?
Yes, I'm going to get
By
it.
fire, by
Definitely.
force?
Not like by fire by force, but I know it's going to happen because I'm not going to marry someone like you that would think that it's something.
But you said
irrelevant,
something, you
because
said-
you call these frivolities like it's not.
What if
important.
you're working in a
What's
place where they won't give you
important to me-
more than 3 days? for that honeymoon?
I would have planned it well.
We used to
My
travel
boss,
to Kilimanjaro
I would have planned it
to go
well.
and have fun.
I'll probably fix it around my leave period. And how many weeks do you get for leave? 2 weeks. So I would plan my wedding well so that I can get at least 2 weeks
So
leave.
because we married now, we must travel out. We must go to Kilimanjaro.
That is what I want. What you want
guys,
to do
go to Fiji
Guys,
Island because we married.
Thank you so much for sharing what you picture, you know, for the future.
In the current day Nigeria.
Not everybody is low budget like you.
Now
Not
we are
everybody is
like
low
me.
budget like
Wait,
You know my budget.
Wait.
Wow,
You they can't
Hello,
scores.
can't scores. They're free. Don't
Wait,
worry.
Yeah.
I don't want to make una come be like in a battlefield in a day.
Now this life is war. We have started the war here. Violence, the mood
As well,
activated.
you know how I talk, so I don't want to make blood.
So
spill my words.
wait. Now, you don't hear him. He said there's nothing in it. You've been doing all the stuff, you know. King Gift talked about how just
She
like
also
you
wants
to, you know,
something like that too.
enjoy yourself. Don't you think this honeymoon thing is more of the feminine stuff? The women always have these dreams of doing things, you know, going places, and probably most men don't fancy some of these things. Now, I'm asking a question.
I don't necessarily agree because I have a brother, and my brother, you know,
Picture that too.
exactly.
Think like
My
you.
brother likes
It's in the family. It's just in the family. That's it.
That might
No. It's just the family. It's the family thing.
this show.
No. It's the family
Wait.
thing.
You are not tackling yourself.
I'm not tackling.
Wait.
I'm just saying he's thinking that way.
What is the score again?
And our brother is thinking that same way.
Because
It's a family thing.
No.
Like,
He
you
enter.
know,
He shot her. He shot
it's
her.
just funny, but
It's a
no
family.
answer.
I'm the
No, it's a
referee.
family thing.
You will, no, I'm the
You are
referee.
biased.
Wow. You know,
You are biased.
Wait.
My brother is someone
Okay.
that, you know, loves to hike, loves to travel places, discover new places, you know, go all out. If he's going out on dates, he's going all out. It's not just some mundane, whatever, boring sites.
Not the point good that is said. Stop it.
Because even subconscious.
You guys do
They're
like
not doing it like it's mundane.
So, like,
I mean, mundane.
I do. So I do know that there are actually men out there, and I've met men that I dated who had that mentality too. So, but even if you want to say women, you know, feel that way more than men, I feel like at the end of the day, you should want to make your woman happy. This could be like your wedding gift to your babe. You already know that, okay, she's a very romantic person.
What if
She wants
there
to
is
go-
already a wedding gift?
Like a car.
if we are married, you should already know the kind of
What
things that
you
I'd
want.
like. Exactly. So if you know that this is something that would make me very happy, I don't see why you will not be giving me another
Okay,
thing that I will not be happy with.
if your plans are not forthcoming, without spoil everything.
what kind of plans?
If you might not be able to travel out due to one reason or the other, will that spoil the whole fun?
No, definitely it will not. I mean, for me, it's not compulsory, and it is compulsory. I don't know how to explain that, but then it's not a do or die affair. If something pops up and it will not allow us travel to do that, I feel there are other places you can visit in Nigeria, and you know.
So
it's
you
going to-
must make sure at least you.
See, you must create memories. And to that question you asked the other time of honeymoon being a feminine thing, I do not think so. Yeah, we know females are more emotional beings, but then I've seen guys, men that really want to
But
create memories.
if you take
What if the man is just doing it just to
you
satisfy,
take
just
the
to make you
start,
feel
It's not
like,
a bad
you know, just to
thing.
make you feel.
not
the
bad.
women has the
not bad.
highest
So it's not a
position.
men
If
thing.
I am not wrong, thinking, having that mentality of my honeymoon will be this, will be that. If you take the start between the men and the women, you see,
It
you have
is
more-
possible. Just like
more for the
birthdays,
women.
actually, we carry birthdays on our head more than men. Men sometimes don't even remember their
even
birthdays.
anniversaries.
You get, so we are the ones that usually have all those dates in our head. We take it in, like it's
Selfish
very important to us. That's not the definition of that. You guys are the
They're
ones who are,
selfish. Yeah,
who
they're
are
selfish.
married.
They just want
that's,
everything.
that's
All
not
right,
being selfish.
all right.
They're the ones who will enjoy everything.
Don't let me enter it today. Anyway, so like we
All
are
the salary you work for, oh yeah, you go and use on honeymoon.
We are the
wedding. You
and it
sponsor
doesn't
the
even
wedding, you sponsor everything.
necessarily have
Honeymoon.
to like
Jamaica, calm down.
the 100% of the finance doesn't even necessarily need to come for the man. I could always comment too in my own little way if there's something I could do to like meet you halfway, because we are both enjoying it. So I'm not saying you should come and break the bank and take me around the whole world. I would also support too. if you want me, some men, because some men can tell you, okay, no, this is my gift to you, don't come in. But if he's open to it, I honestly don't mind.
And I think actually when you go for honeymoons, when you actually travel places and go to all those sightseeing places and all of that, you create memories. Those things actually stay longer.
Exactly.
In your memory than the normal things that you do.
So that would determine whether the wedding is the marriage is going to last forever.
So will nothing determine if the wedding will last forever?
Well, Africans, that was what we met our fathers doing, and
so
they did it and it worked.
There's a particular prayer that my pastor used to pray.
Let us stop doing things based on movies we've watched and all those things. Let us do things the way it should be.
Based on movies.
Why did he go to school?
Jack, calm down.
My daddy went to school too.
Why did he go to school?
My daddy go to school too.
But it's not an African thing.
It doesn't matter, but we are going to school. Everybody's going to school now. We have to go to school.
See, one thing about John Michael.
School is different. You can't compare. You can't put school into this particular one. You can't put school into this. We are talking about honeymoon. Honeymoon is right from where you're going to school.
You should be serving Ogun.
But you are no wait. But you wait. Let's
why are you?
I don't know whether I'm serving Ogun.
No, that's
why is Rosary?
You know whether this one stands for Ogun.
Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there. But one thing I want John Michael to understand is, at every point in time, it goes back to my daddy, my parents.
Africa. I'm talking about Africa.
Do not say it's daddy boy.
Africa.
Daddy's boy.
No.
Do not say it's daddy's boy or mommy's boy.
The question said in this present day Nigeria. You said Nigeria, economy and everything.
Allow her.
Can I land?
Realistic with your own budget.
Every one of us here, we have
in Nigeria, we are Nigerians. We know how things are.
We have parents, we have grandparents, and I wanted to say something that there's a prayer that my pastor used to pray that God do not allow me to park in the same garage my parent parked.
He's not even aiming
deeper
to
than
go higher.
that. Do you understand? Like, you don't do things because your parent did. You do things in a different way to see if you can actually get a different result.
Want you to be greater than them, but you're just confining yourself to what they achieve.
So the honeymoon in China
makes some of
make my own marriage. Honeymoon in China or Fiji Island
that
make
your
my own marriage better.
Thrilled somehow. You can also follow such path if it is
successful.
The thing is that Jamaica is not open-minded.
What is wrong in having a honeymoon?
In Fiji Island.
What Jerry Michael grew up with is what he wants. He doesn't care what
his wife wants. Did I say you shouldn't have honeymoon? I said you can have a honeymoon, stay with your wife,
that is
wherever you are. Because I'm following the question you asked. You said based on the conditions in Nigeria, the economy and everything. What
based on your pocket.
We now go for honeymoon. When we now come back, we go to Soka inside room.
Based on your pocket.
Come on. Let's be realistic. Which pocket are you talking about? Which pocket are we talking about?
It's not a matter of being broke.
It's not I'm broke. I'm not broke. I'm not broke. Or we can use the money you would use to travel for something better. We can build a house. We can plan for our future. We have children coming.
And that is why you should not have a honeymoon.
So why should we now go and spend millions on honeymoon? And we come back when we have projects to do.
All right, please, guys,
men who can afford to go for honeymoon, afford to pay for the house, afford to buy cars for their wives. They're not thinking like you. So think according to your pockets. Don't generalize it.
King Eve, I'm sorry, these guys, though you said it at the beginning that you want to change your position, but I understand. Now, your pastor says something, you want to land with your point, please.
And I want to tell John Michael that there are budgets.
Don't tell people. Don't tell John Michael. I will not listen to you. I will not listen to you.
May not really have the kind of mindset
tell people at home.
You know, there are budgets for different things. Someone that did an elaborate wedding, and someone that did a small parlor wedding, they did wedding.
Exactly.
The same way, your honeymoon, if you know you do not have the budget to travel across the seas, do you understand, to have your honeymoon, you can do, there are so many wonderful sightseeing places
in Nigeria.
Is it compulsory to travel? You said this president in Nigeria. What if you are traveling and they kidnap you and the husband?
Not even
this president in Nigeria. Anything can happen. You said president. What if they kidnap you and they start asking for ransom? Asking for ransom.
You don't travel.
After your wedding, you are not even enjoying the honeymoon.
Hello guys. Calm down.
It is still calm down.
Celebrate
your wedding. Enjoy yourself and go back to your duty.
Down.
You're very unromantic.
This is jokes aside. Yeah, everything we discuss here, we put jokes aside. We put jokes aside to say the way it is. And the topic is honeymoon compulsory after wedding. Now the question is, in compulsory, is it something that you must do chocolate.
Like if you don't do it, you will die.
It is
Personal,
something
it's a
that
personal
I
decision.
do want. See,
It's a personal decision.
even as I am like this,
something
as
that
a
must
single
happen.
babe, I love going on tours. I love going to places, this place,
Can't
that
you go
place.
on tour
Even
without your wedding?
Oh Jesus, please just shut it.
Please.
Like
All right.
you'd see me, I could go to this place, that place, this warm and cold water spring, Ikogosi,
Yeah,
Ekiti.
Ikogosi.
I love going to all these places. So it's something I already like doing. So I don't see why when it's time for me to, you know, get married and I want to go to see different places with my husband, you now tell me, oh, it's not compulsory, oh, it's this. It's something I want. See, that's why, first of all, I've always said I cannot marry now until I'm financially stable. Because there's some sort of conversations you tell me, no, we cannot. I will bring out the money. Oh yeah, let's go together. It's as simple as that.
If you say I'll foot the bill, are you not ridiculing that?
No, I'm not. Because if he wants to say something like what Jamaica said now, and let's invest the money in building a house.
Yeah.
Okay, babe, don't worry.
Have I said
I will
anything wrong?
foot the bill for this one. Let's go together.
Then
That
you
too
can
is
foot the
possible.
bill.
In future,
That is not me ridiculing
won't you
him.
bring that up? Like
I wouldn't.
that was how
That
I
is
said
not
we
my
should.
mentality.
That was how I said
I
we
am
should.
not that type of woman.
Women are like
no,
that.
Not everyone is like that. So
Most
I would
women
not
are
do
like that.
Not everyone. Don't
I mean,
generalize.
women is
so I would
remittance.
exactly.
So for you, it's compulsory.
It is. It is what I want. Whichever
King
way.
Eve.
We would have already had discussion about it before wedding, before even doing
King
anything.
Eve.
So you
King
should
Eve,
know.
let's hear you.
Is it compulsory?
Personally, if you're talking about generally, it's not. But personally, for me, I must have my honeymoon. Personally, and you know, I'm not someone that you know, I'm not a hopeless romantic like Cassie. Do you understand? But there are some things I already have in my head of what my marriage, my wedding, my marriage will be. In fact, I'm of the opinion that if I know that I won't be able to fund my honeymoon after my marriage, I'd rather do a very small wedding
Exactly.
and go have my honeymoon.
There's no
Thank you
option
so
to-
much.
Please ask me the same question, please. You can't
King
just,
Eve.
please don't.
We need to
ask me the same question, please. Let me
I
answer
will.
I
my own.
already know your thing.
Okay. All right, go on.
Let us go on this short break. When we come back, it is still jokes aside.
Born 16th September 1923, named Harry Lee Kwan and known as Lee Kuan Yew, he was often addressed by his initials of LKY. Lee Kuan Yew was a barrister and the first Prime Minister of Singapore between 1959 and 1990. Educated at Raffles Institution from 1936 to 1940 and the Fitzwilliam House between 1947 and 1949, Lee Kuan Yew established a highly effective and anti-corrupt governance system that midwifed the transformation of Singapore into a high net worth income economy within a generation. He never hid his exception to Western mode democratic ideal, which he believed had not assisted developing nations to attain good government. Before his death on 23rd March 2015, the People's Action Party, which he founded, had used his political influence to establish the United World College of Southeast Asia to expand his economic ideas among countries that constitute the Asian Tiger. Western Spring Television identifies Lee Kuan Yew as a major character in history. Named Mao Zedong at birth, but globally known as Mao Zedong, he was a Chinese revolutionary and founder, People's Republic of China, which he led as chairman of the Chinese Communist Party from 1949 until his death in 1976. He was a communist who believed in the attainment of power by the instrumentality of gun. His wise saying, "Political power grows out of the barrel of gun," formed the major plank of his revolutionary struggle for the control of China. In the long span of his leadership and political power, Mao Zedong relentlessly entrenched the communist philosophy in China, which emphasized the revolutionary struggle of the vast majority of people against the exploiting class and their state structures. The communist leaders defined the class struggle as people's war. Mao Zedong was a story of grass to grace, having risen from peasantry to preeminent status as China's most respected leader. Western Spring Television identifies Mao Zedong as a major character in history.
No, you have to put a bodyguard around here if we are going to sit together.
Okay, now jokes aside, now you still turn up with for Western Spring Television, channel 190, Star Times. Check us for all social media platforms, Western Spring Television. You will see all the past episode of this show. It don't take, and we see the run them. So check them for YouTube. You will see everything as it take be. The topic where they for grant today. Now, if honeymoon they compulsory after wedding, is honeymoon compulsory after wedding? Jamaica, ain't going need to talk in your part because the ladies don't talk their own. To Jamaica, is honeymoon compulsory after wedding?
It depends. I will take it from where she took it the other time.
Dropped it.
She said, I love traveling around. I love seeing sights. Me too, I love tourism. I love tourist attractions. I've been to Oshogbo Groove there. I've been to Ikogosi. I've been to Waterfall. I love seeing sights like that. I love stuff like that. But I've been doing that even before we got married. I can do that even before I get married to my babe. I can take her there even before we get married. So it's not compulsory that it is.
No, outside Oshogbo. Have you been anywhere outside Oshogbo before? Have you been to any?
I got to Oshogbo 2021. No, I said it's in Oshogbo. It's Ikogosi in Oshogbo.
I mean, just
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been to UI Zoo. It's UI in Oshogbo. Yes, zoo. I want to see animals. Okay, is that not an attractive King Eve? Forget about that. Whether you went to see tourist attractions in Southwest or Southeast or Northwest or anywhere. Attraction centers are attraction centers.
What you are trying to say is you've been going out even before
so it's not compulsory that you have to now nail it that it has to be because we are doing our honeymoon that we must now start visiting places because we are even it is risky.
Wait.
The other I was talking about
what they are saying. You don't necessarily need to start visiting these places. You travel to
spend time together. Don't stress yourself.
Leave the comfort of that area one a day. When I go out, if you get money to fly out, when I fly out, for that period, for the memories.
Leave memory.
Then if you fly out, there are places in Nigeria that you can also go to and enjoy that period.
Which places you never? Normally, while you are courting a lady, if you have your money, you can visit all these places with your babe even before even getting married.
Is it compulsory or not?
It depends on the way you see it, and it depends on the kind of job you do or the kind of hustle you do. If I'm a kind of, maybe I'm hustling, I have something very important to do, maybe 2 days after my wedding, and you want me to travel with you to Fiji Island to go and do, and I know I'm going to make money. If there's no money in the marriage, you will still be the one to complain. So I'd rather go for my business.
Can I ask you something?
So we spend the night together. We enjoy the little moment we can spend together. Marriage is a long thing.
Wait, that night you spend together, will it be in your house or in an hotel a very nice place.
It can be my house. It depends on what you do at that particular time. You know, I said something the other time. I said it's like you've gotten a license before you were stealing something.
Now
you have a license.
It's when
You guys are together. You are together. Yeah, I'm not talking about knacking. I talked about watching movies. I talked about all those things you want to do right out there. You can do it within the confines of your environment and still enjoy yourselves.
Inside your
looking
house.
at your pocket. If you waste money, don't just waste money this time around. You don't waste money. Traveling to Fiji Island because of one.
What is Fiji Island?
All right. Wait. Now he is getting to the next question, which
the
is
marriage will not work.
People see it as waste of money. That is where he is coming from.
And I need to ask him something.
Now, spending a huge amount of money traveling out of this country, you have to lodge, you have to spend a lot over there. So people see it as, why not just we do something?
And so much, if you have the money, spend it. Nobody is saying, like I said, nobody is saying go to this place. But if you can afford it, why not just spend it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand?
I like to ask, John Michael, let's imagine that you are well to do.
Yes.
Just imagine that means you're not even well to do. So.
Let's imagine that you. When
I'm not poor. I'm not broke.
No. I'm not trying to.
I'm wealthy. Rich, like the rich people.
Continue,
I don't want to mention names.
Yeah.
Like I have money like them. I have money like them.
Okay.
Will I do it?
Let's imagine at your point of marriage,
Okay.
you are like very, very, very. The money is excess.
Extraordinarily rich. I will still be rich.
Yeah, whichever way you
I
want
go
to
rich
put
till
it.
I die.
And your babe, your wife to be at that moment is like John Michael or whatever it is that she calls you as a pet name. This is something that I love. Jesus, this is something that I'd love to do.
What is Jesus? What is Jesus?
Is that not romantic? Zadia Ainde.
No, let me talk. Which one Jesus?
Ainde me. Something like that. Ainde. I mean, I'll call her.
Please ask
I'll
your
call her
question.
Nike.
No.
Ashake.
Make it never ask. Don't say that Jesus again. If you talk now, I'll
Oh yeah, now.
Is that not romantic enough?
Okay.
All right.
So she says, this is something that I want for myself. This is something that would make me happy. Would you consider, knowing fully well that you have the money to build houses, buy lands, build estates, build cars, buy jets, and you can also afford the honeymoon, would you say it is wasteful?
Your choice is your choice.
This is your wife now.
What if I don't have the time? You just said I'm wealthy now.
Let's say you have
Probably
the time.
I'm a businessman.
Let's say you have the time.
That same time she wants to. Wait. That same time. Well, that same time she
already giving
wants.
this excuse. Let's say you have the time. Would you still say no? You're not going.
But I have the money. I have the time. Well, I can consider that because I have the money and I have the time. I can consider that.
It is not compulsory.
It is not compulsory. But if I have the money and I have the time and she wants it, I can give it to her. Yes.
I can.
Yes, I can.
So
If I have money
and
I have the
say
time.
no.
No. If I have the money and I have the time, no, why not? I will do it.
So what makes you think you will not have the money or the time? Why are you being so negative-minded
I'm
now?
not negative-minded. I'm just I'm following the question. Based on the present situation,
based on the present.
And I'm looking at my own pocket. When you were talking, you said based on what you want, based on what you like. Even if you said the same thing.
So based on
my own dream. So based on what I want and the way things are in Nigeria presently, if I'm to marry right now, that is what I'm saying right now. And I know my pocket right now. I know what I can afford. And that is, I'm being realistic here. This is jokes aside. So I'm not joking here. I'm not looking at something I don't have.
Your reason right now.
What if I want to marry tomorrow morning and I know how much I have in my account?
So your reason right now for saying that is because of your budget.
It's not because of my budget. I'm talking about. I'm being realistic right now. I'm talking about what is happening right now.
You're being realistic about your budget.
No. I'm talking about now.
So
because
things
some people
can actually change. Things can actually change, right?
Afford it.
But I still don't subscribe to the fact that we have to travel out, we have to run around.
You're talking about Nigeria. Your own personal pocket.
I still don't believe in that we have to run around, travel around because we want to do honeymoon.
I think this is selfish on it.
But babe,
I think this is selfish.
If you can't get
you are being selfish.
I'm not.
You're not considering
you are being selfish too. But you say that that is what you want.
No,
I'm sure she will do things that you'd want to. I'm sure she must have made sacrifices for you.
So if I don't do that honeymoon, if I don't do that honeymoon, the marriage will not work.
It's a very important occasion. It's once in a lifetime.
Why did your parents travel to when they did their honeymoon? Did they travel to Fiji Island?
It's once in a lifetime.
Is marriage not working? Is marriage not working? Forget.
Does not mean you have to be that way.
Forget about that.
It doesn't matter whether my parents traveled or not.
We have people traveled out of the country.
Hello, guys. It's all right. It's all right.
The marriage is man working today, and we have people who do their honeymoon in their house, and they are still enjoying their marriages to today. When you do your honeymoon, doesn't determine marriage is a big thing.
All right.
And honeymoon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Marriage is
I appreciate you guys.
Nobody has said it would
Think about the box of wedding and stuff. Think about the marriage. Think about how you guys will cope later in future.
Nobody has said it would make or marry.
No, I disagree with you.
Saying you can't celebrate your birthday because you want to save money.
Guys, it's okay. It's okay.
It doesn't mean you are not giving birth to, right?
I may decide not to celebrate my birthday because I don't want to waste money. Yes, my birthday, I can celebrate it inside my room.
Nobody says it will make or marry. Whether you are not,
I don't celebrate it.
It will make or marry.
Are we going to die if we don't do honeymoon?
It's all right. I can't with you.
You can't.
I will still marry you last. And all these things, you will still come back to my terms later. You understand? I'm telling you. Let's be realistic here.
Please, can I just talk with my amiable King Eve? She has been quiet.
I thought you said I don't want to make blood touch my wife today.
I know.
You're not wearing white too.
It remains for me to put an into my eye.
The way Jamaica reasons, it's insane.
You guys,
that is
no.
That's my own life. That's my own life.
Generalizing.
I can't.
All right.
I can't be you. You can't be me.
Who says whether knocking or not knocking honeymoon is going to make or might? And who says whether you travel out or don't travel is going to make or might? That's not even our argument.
Why is it compulsory?
That is not our
argument. What makes it compulsory?
But you do not even listen to us.
What makes it compulsory?
We do not say it is going to make
that forefathers, did they do?
It's okay.
Are you your forefather?
Did they die?
Jamaica is okay. King Eve is okay.
Did you travel out to do your honeymoon?
Sorry, Chocolate.
Did you travel out?
Are you him?
I did not travel because that was the period for the
Corona lockdown
stuff.
And, so did you die?
Nobody died.
Did your wife die?
Calm down.
Shout
I just carry things.
Your future
what if something happens and you can't do honeymoon?
No. It's all right.
Shout out to your future wife.
King Eve.
Yeah, thank you. My future wife.
King Eve.
I love you.
Shout out to her.
Look at this argument now. Somebody being selfish or not.
Yeah.
Don't you think you'll be selfish if the man says, I don't think this is necessary for now, and you insist? Won't you be selfish?
I think this is where communication comes in before you get married. Definitely, you guys.
What if things changed? Like, babe, I understand we had this agreement. Can we just share this for now?
Well, I'm not a selfish person.
But you must
like
find a way to make sure that you fulfill that.
But
right?
like Asa said, it's very good when, as a woman, you have your own money. So that when your husband is down financially, you can help. And if it's something you've always wanted to fulfill as a fantasy, I think if you have the money, you can, step in the gap for your husband.
How many women
just
bring out money? Because I want to travel to Vijay Island to how many women?
And I'm not every other woman.
Okay.
Let's be realistic.
And I think you should also note that I'm not every other woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, the same way some guys have this fantasy of how my wedding night is going to be. Do you understand? Oh, I'm going to do it like this, I'm going to do it like that. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean the woman wants to have sex in that particular position, but because that's what you've always wanted, and the woman feels, I want to create this memory for you. And the woman succumbs. Do you understand? So I feel marriage is about you guys meeting in the middle. So if it's a fantasy I've always wanted to fulfill and I have the money, I can step in the gap for him and I say, okay, darling, you know what? I am going to foot the bill for this particular trip. You don't
What
worry.
if it's not about money?
Maybe
what if it is time?
I'm coming to that.
Can I finish my thoughts? Now, if it's about time, before the marriage, I know that you guys should have planned your time out. Do you understand? Marriage is not something that you, like you said,
you don't just get married wake up and do it
tomorrow. No. So if it's something you want, you should have been able to tell your husband, okay, darling, for 2 weeks, can you clear your schedule so that we can have time out together?
If all this did not come to play.
See, if all this did not come to play, maybe one way or the other, he doesn't have the time or something.
Specify one way or the other.
I can't specify because I can't know. So one way or the other, something happens and, he cannot, we can shift it. It's not, like I said, it's not a do or die affair.
Okay, you can shift. That means
But I want John Michael to understand something.
It is not compulsory.
But I want John Michael to understand something. When they do naming ceremony on the 7th day, nobody says they must do a ceremony to name a child. But parents go all out.
Not everybody do naming
ceremony.
ceremony.
Wait, can I finish my thoughts? Please, can you just... You know when you guys were arguing, I did not interfere.
Just carry on. I don't want to.
Parents go all out to create memories for their children so that when you grow up, you can be able to look at those pictures and say, oh, this was during my naming ceremony, this was what they did, It's not compulsory, but because they wanted to create memories for you, it's not compulsory, but at the same time compulsory. So
I don't get naming ceremony picture.
That's why you're like the way you are. That's why you.
But I did not die. I'm still who I am.
No, he's using his family background.
I know.
We happen.
King Eve has the floor. Please allow her to land. You guys have been talking since. John Michael, please.
And some of them
John Michael.
We had stories of rich men today who did have shoes.
John Michael, can I?
They grew up in very poor.
John Michael. John Michael. Allow her to land, please.
Can you tell John Michael to be civil?
We're talking about I'm just talking about memories. I'm talking about creating memories. That picture they create a picture to be.
You don't understand a point before you jump into conclusion.
Just want to raise your voice to be heard.
Do you understand?
Being meaningful.
Okay, I'm not meaningful.
I don't understand. When you were talking, I was calm because I wanted you to finish your thoughts.
No problem. Carry on. I'm enjoying you.
What I'm saying is, it's not a do or die affair. But sometimes you create memories. My ex, like I said, I'm not really a relationship kind of person. So one of the two.
Wow. You are mentioning ex today.
5 days. I took 5 days from my leave then. You know, I was given 1 week. That's 5 working days that I have as leave. And you know, he suggested, I was like, okay, why don't we travel for your leave? Why don't you take leave and let's travel? Let's just cool your head off, because I was always complaining about the fact that I was I have loads in my head, so I wanted to ease the stress. Another guy could have said, come over to my place, let me help you ease the stress. Do you understand what I'm saying? But he was like,
okay, come over to my place, let me ease the stress.
Do you understand?
With what?
I don't know. Ask John Michael.
Did I say that?
Why did you ask John Michael? Now they cause trouble. Now you're asking John Michael.
I don't know what to do to ease your stress.
No, you know, he said
you were the one that said that.
I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken when I pointed to him.
But let me tell you one thing. Even if I'm your boyfriend, I know how to ease your stress. You don't have to travel. You can do with me and I'll ease your stress.
This is how he wants to ease the stress.
I know what you're thinking, but that is not what it is.
I'm sure if I was dating John Michael at the time, John Michael would have made that statement. I am 99.9% sure. The 1%
and
is because
you think it will not ease your stress?
See, the way people reason, I don't know. I don't want to say anything negative.
No, the way John Michael reasons.
Now, for 5 days, we traveled to Ekiti, we traveled to Ilori, and we traveled to Oshogbo, to Oshun.
Oshogbo you did before now.
5 days. Within 5 days, we did all of that trip. Do you understand?
That's a toll.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I can never, ever forget that.
The memories.
I can never. It will stick forever.
And you guys are not yet married, though?
We are not even together anymore. But it's a memory it created.
It's not wasted.
All right.
And I can never forget that. So I feel if you really want to create memories, you go out of your comfort zone. That's just it.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. We don't have much time again. We need to go at this point. Now, Chocolate Cassie, whatever you be saying will be your take. So we'll just take it as fast as possible. They will run.
I like to say that the fact that where you came from or your family background, how you grew up, the fact that they had a certain way of life, whether they didn't go on honeymoon, they didn't do naming ceremony for you, they didn't do birthdays for you because of lack of finances, does not mean that you, when you now have your own life, would not do these things and be using that one as reference point. It's a very backward mentality, which is something that Jamaica does a lot. So the fact that your parents or your family members, that's how they used to live their life, does not mean that that is something that you should be using as a reference point.
Thank you so much, Chocolate Cassie. John Michael.
Well, culture is a way of life. I'm an African man. I don't care whether the way anybody sees the way I say things, but I'm a realistic person. I would say the way it is.
So honeymoon
Do what works for you.
is not compulsory.
And for me, I don't say anything special in it. If you can afford to do it, do it. But you don't carry it on your head as if it's compulsory.
Thank you so much.
Say something?
Yeah.
Now, Jamaica
30 seconds.
always
Time out,
priding himself
30 seconds.
as being an African man. African man, it is often said that you do not check the goods until you're married. That is, you touch your wife on the wedding night. But Jamaica was talking about him knocking the babe even before the wedding night. So it's like him being chosen and picking up what to be African about.
Okay, so
and it doesn't make sense.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, dear viewers at home. The topic has been, is it compulsory? Is honeymoon compulsory after wedding? It's been a very tough one. My name is MC Too Much. Next week will be another time.